Welcome back to Serious Chess, or if you've never been here before, then welcome. I'm on day 2 of playing Leela with Knight's odds, missing both knights. Leela is either the best, second, or third best chess LLM in the world, depending on the day, the time, and the time zone. So I edited in the board on the left-hand side. Best move is shown in a dark blue arrow. Second and third best moves in a light arrow. This move, not a great move, but I wanted to give up a minor piece to get an immediate attack on Leela's king, which is if you analyze games against this bot with Stockfish, you'll see that what Stockfish does is it just goes right after Leela. You don't want to bring a game to like an end game against Leela because it will beat you. So if you're playing it in a classical time format, if you go into the end game like up a minor piece, so the evaluation would be like +3, which is about what it is now. If you did that in a classical time format, then you might be okay. If you're a professional or if you're me. But yeah, in a 3-minute game, as this is, you can't really bring it to an end game, or if you do, you're kind of in trouble. So because I castled queenside, I do have my bishop in a kind of a precarious spot. I would like to fianchetto the bishop, but it's actually a little bit better on the E2 square. And what I should do is I should probably just leave it on E2, defending the pawn, defending the rook, and I should probably play bishop to c1 with the dark squared bishop, but I don't. I go for this. I kind of force the en passant from Leela, and now my bishop is just going to go right back to its home, and I believe it's going to stay there the rest of the game. So if you'd like to join me in playing from a position in this game against Stockfish, or any other bot or engine of your choice, go ahead and wait 1 second and we will get to our position of the day. So he can't actually take that pawn because it's pinned right now. But when I looked at what I could do, I was noticing that the queen is pinnable. The dark squared bishop could win the queen depending on what I do with it. And because I want that square available, I ultimately decide to move the knight back. Now, if you look at what the engine is saying, one of the moves it's suggesting is a3, which would allow me to anchor the bishop on that square, which would have been a really nice move. I wish I'd played that move. I wish I'd played that move. But I go for my second minor piece sacrifice. Again, with this idea that that I need to win this game right away, pronto, and in order to do that, I need to get a very decisive end game. And you can see, if you count up the pawns, he's got 3, and I've got 6, so I'm up 3 pawns. I get the rook trade, and now. Everything is sort of well defended. He has this idea where he can take that pawn. If I took back, he would win the rook. So I don't want that. So I defend the pawn. I could have still just played h4. I believe that's what Stockfish said I should do. And it's what I wished I'd do. And this is the position of the day. Today's position of the day is brought to you by Campbell's. Good. Or something like that. I actually really I specifically dislike soup. I really don't like soup. So now I was concerned about this idea he has of playing rook to d2. And because his pawn is there, he could play bishop to d3. And that combination just scared me a little bit away from doing anything about that. So now I have to decide, do I want to defend with the rook, or do I want to make his rook move? And I want to make his rook move. So now I believe that it is time to start pushing a pawn. So he takes, I push, and he gives up the bishop for the pawn. Now there are several moves I can play. Interesting that the engine told me to just play king c1. So the engine just said, if he wants to check, let him check. Let him eat cake. If he wants to eat cake, he can even eat cake. And now I'm losing. So it's really hard. I mean, I wasn't even looking at the evaluation. When did I lose that game? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's hard to say, but I do notice that I'm down a pawn. So I guess we blew it. We blew it. If you've ever seen Easy Rider, that's in the movie Easy Rider. We blew it. So now he's going to prepare to push the 2 pawns, if you were wondering what he's doing, and that move loses the game. So I thought, when I was playing the game, I thought that I had lost the game right there, because I realized that my king is trapped on the first rank. The bishop is hiding behind it, but as long as his rook is there, I'm not going to be able to move, because he has a pawn on the e3 square. On the e3 square. So the material is even, but his pawns are advanced. His king is active. My king is trapped and inactive. I have a sedentary knight. So because of my sedentary knight, the only thing that I have left to play for is perhaps like some kind of stalemate trap, which I don't have. I did decide that I would like to end the game without him having a queen on the board, and I succeeded at that, and he checkmated me, so it's kind of a win-win. So now if you go into the video description below, copy and paste the fen into your engine of choice. I'm playing Stockfish, the Stockfish Stockfish level 8. So it's Stockfish 14 that I'm playing, Stockfish 14 on full power. So I'm playing the real engine, and this is a +3 evaluation. My goal is not to win this game, because that's kind of a lofty goal. My goal was to draw it. So my goal was to draw, and I wasn't going to play over and over again. But if you learn from my mistakes, I think if you're extraordinarily good at chess, you have a decent chance of winning this, or drawing it. I'm sorry, drawing it. So now he's gonna overload my bishop, which is trapped there. And so now the question is, can I play king to c2? Now it seems irrelevant, because his pawn is keeping his rook safe, so he can't. He's not going to move it, and he's probably just going to have to trade here in a second. So I played this game against Stockfish after just a little bit of review of what I should do, and I don't think I would have done as well as I did without that review. So now he's pushing the pawn. It seems like the only move here is rook to h2. Maybe there's another move. I don't really see it. And now the problem is that after I play this move, his king's going to move in or take the pawn. His king moves in, and now if his king gets any closer, it's really bad. So I have to threaten to take the pawn to get him to do that. And I got to this position, and I thought, this looks like a draw. And it turns out that this was a draw. And see if you notice what I missed in just a second. So I drew these arrows to show that as long as I move my king the same way as him, then he will not be able to move in on my pawns, and the game will repeat positions, and we will all go home happy. So is that what happened? And the answer is, wait for it, the answer is no. So see if you could. Right now, this is the double position of the game. That move lost. That move lost me the game. And can you guess why? I feel silly for not noticing. Um, I guess that means I noticed. If I did not notice. Yeah. So I lost the game there. See if you know what. Do you know why? Do you know why? I'll tell you why. Because when I pushed the pawn, trying to get his king out of position and maybe adding an extra tempo, I mean, I didn't have time to really do the calculation. It never even occurred to me that I could have stopped his pawn in addition to going to moving mine along to promote. So I went back and I looked at the game as you're seeing right now because I was pretty upset. And you can see I played like all the right moves at exactly the right time. But he means nothing to you and you don't know why. Right here. Look at that. Boom. Shakalaka. She's all that.